and welcome. For this practice, we are going to be focusing a lot on grounding down and bringing the energy down. So this is a great practice for anxiety, for dissociation, if you're feeling particularly disconnected throughout your day, or even if you're in that time of the month with your cycle, if you just need a nice grounding, releasing practice, this is really lovely as well. We're going to be moving very minimally, just a little bit of stretching, some breath work, and then really focusing in on different parts of your body and just bringing all that energy down. So I invite you to join me. I am taking a hero shape. So I'm just seated on the backs of my heels. That's what feels good for me. We're going to be here for a while. So if this is not comfortable for your legs, your knees, your hips, you can just take a seat just directly on the floor wherever you're at. And we'll just get started. So I invite you right away to start to notice the palms of your hands. So just kind of start to move your hands, your fingers, just kind of notice how that feels here. And then we're gonna start to rub our hands together. So this is just gonna start to bring in some of that body connection. So you're starting to notice what your hands feel like. Maybe even creating a little bit of energy here, and you can move your hands slower or you can get that friction going a little bit faster just to notice how this feels. Option to close your eyes down or just have a gaze softly down to the tip of your nose. Start to deepen your breath a little bit. Notice your breath. Notice that sensation in your hands. And you can release. Maybe wiggle your fingers a little bit. Notice how that feels. And then I invite you to bring the palms of your hands to the tops of your legs. And same thing as we did with the hands, maybe just start to bring a little bit of movement over the tops of your legs, connecting the palms of your hands to your legs. Notice what that feels like. And then slowly, just kind of tune in. Notice the parts of your body that may need some extra attention. So you may be drawn to place your hands on your belly. You may be drawn to place your hands on your chest, on your heart space. And just start to tune into your body. Notice what it feels like to physically connect with your own body here. Again, your hands can be anywhere on your body that you feel like they need to be. You can continue moving them around or just having them in stillness. Again, tune into your breath. Notice how it feels to bring some focus in on yourself. So there's nothing on the outside that you need to focus on right now. If you are in a room, maybe the door is closed, just allow yourself to bring that awareness towards yourself. Try to let everything else be blurry. So anything outside of this room, outside of this space, try to let it go a little bit blurry. And maybe you picture yourself coming into focus. So everything else, it's almost like the lens of a camera. Everything else is kind of slightly out of focus, and you're the subject of that photo. You are coming into focus here. What does that look like? What does that feel like? To bring awareness, attention in on yourself. And I invite you to start to notice the top of your head. And maybe just start to take your fingertips and tap the top of your head. Maybe kind of taking circular motions with that tapping around the crown of your head. Notice how that feels. And if it feels really nice to keep the tapping there, you can stay. Or maybe start to bring that tapping down to your forehead, that space between your eyebrows. This is a really great time to close your eyes down and really focus on how this tapping feels in your body. Maybe you move down to your cheekbones, maybe down to your jaw, all the way down your neck, maybe even the back of the neck. Maybe notice what it feels like to tap on the back of your neck. And you're starting to tune in with your spine here. So maybe notice your spine, that very center part of your body. And just keep that tapping going wherever you feel drawn to tap on your body. Maybe your shoulders, maybe your chest. And feel free, you don't have to continue to move this tapping down your body. If you find a place in your body where you just want to focus in on that tapping, you can just stay there for a while. So just notice how this feels. Option to move down into your ribs. If you're moving that tapping down into your ribs or your belly, maybe open up through the front part of your body a little bit more. So your chest, your ribs are nice and open, nice and expanded. Continue to breathe. Continue to try to deepen your breath here as you're tapping. We're going to continue this just for a few more rounds of breath. If there's nowhere in your body that you're focusing on with that tapping, maybe you can start to move that tapping slowly back up your body, revisiting those places that we started with. And maybe we meet back at the top of your head, the crown of your head, one last time here. Start to slow down that tapping. Maybe briefly bring your hands to your heart space. And maybe apply just a little bit of pressure there. Notice how it feels. The beating of your heart, the rise and fall of your chest as you inhale and exhale. Alrighty. Maybe check in with your seat here. Make sure you feel nice and comfortable. If you feel like you need to move around, change your position here, you can. We're going to bring a little bit of stretching into your body. So go ahead, inhale. Start to sweep your arms all the way up to the sky. Really let the sides extend all the way up. And then on your exhale, plant your hand next to you, your right hand or whichever hand, it really doesn't matter. Let your left arm sweep up and overhead. And we're gonna take some fluid movement here. So on an inhale, come back to center. Exhale, let opposite hand reach the floor here. Inhale, back to center. Exhale, drop it to the other side. I'm gonna take this a few more times. Inhale, center. Exhale, other side. Option, if you're on your knees like me, maybe you come up to sit or to stand on your knees. And then for me, what feels good, I'm going to go ahead and sweep my arms all the way up to the sky. On my exhale, I'm going to sit it back and plant my hands. So I'm just bringing a little bit more full body movement into this. Inhale, come up onto your knees, arms rise. Exhale, maybe sit back down, or maybe you take a little bit of a back bend here. Just find whatever movement feels good here. You can get into your hips. Couple more rounds, maybe just taking it side to side. Maybe you want to take more circular motion. Couple more rounds. I'm going to come back to center. Maybe get into your head, neck, and shoulders. Maybe let one ear drop towards the shoulder and then the other. Alrighty, go ahead and come back to center wherever you're at. We're gonna make our way into tabletop, and we're gonna get a little bit more into that spine. So when you arrive, go ahead and start to rock your hips side to side here. And then start to rock your head side to side as well. So you're continuing to get into your head, your neck. And then option, if you really want to get into your spine, you can start to take some hip circles and some neck circles at the same time. So what this is going to do is really get you into your spine. Maybe switch directions if you're ready. So there's no right or wrong here. I really encourage you to close your eyes down and just feel into this movement. Notice how it feels to connect to your spine, the back of your neck, your shoulders. Couple more rounds here. So we're just taking a variation of cat-cow that's a little bit more fluid. 2 or 3 more rounds of breath wherever you're at. Oh, slowly start to come to stillness, come to center. And then we are going to make our way back into a seat option. If you're tired of sitting, we've been sitting a lot throughout this practice, you can lay down on your back if you want to just completely get super comfortable, if that feels better for you. Option to lay down on your back, maybe grab a couple pillows, couple blankets. We are going to finish our meditation together with one final body scan and then just a little bit of breath work. So take your time, get comfortable, get situated, whether you're in a seat or on your back. I'm going to stay in a seat here. Wherever you're at, however you're getting settled here, I invite you to notice the feeling of grounding down a little bit more here. Notice what that feels like if you're in a seat. You can notice your sit bones nice and grounded on the floor, on the earth underneath you. If you're on your back, you can notice your whole back body, back of your head, backs of your shoulders, your hips, maybe your heels, nice and grounded to the earth. Continue to tune into your breath here. Continue to settle in, ground down. Nice deep inhales through your nose. Nice deep exhales through your mouth. Let it go. Let your shoulders get a little bit heavier. Let your arms completely go by your sides. And if there's any part of your body that you need to tune into here, maybe you feel particularly disconnected from your heart. Maybe there's a part of your body that's holding tension that you need to tune into. Notice that part of your body wherever you need to connect with, maybe release a little bit more. And I invite you to ask yourself here, what do you need to go about the rest of your day, the rest of your week? What is it that you need more of? Or what is it that you need to release? Or maybe both. Maybe you need to breathe in something that you need, and then maybe you need to exhale, breathe out something that you no longer need. Take your time here. Really ask yourself, what you need to finish out this practice for yourself, to stay grounded, to stay regulated. Maybe others' expectations of you need to be released. Maybe judgment for yourself. Maybe you need to breathe in a little bit more compassion for yourself, or a little bit more power for yourself. Maybe there's some self-compassion, some self-confidence that you need. Maybe there's some fear that you need to release. A few more rounds, breathing in what you need more of, and letting go, exhaling what you no longer need. If it feels right for you, on each inhale, maybe you push your palms all the way up towards the sky. On each exhale, maybe you push your palms back down towards the earth. So pulling up from the earth what you need. Exhaling, pushing down to the earth what you no longer need. Few more rounds, inhaling. Exhaling. Three more rounds wherever you're at. Last one. Maybe on that exhale, bring your palms to your heart. Tune back in with yourself. And as we wrap up this practice together, I invite you to bring the palms of your hands together at your heart center. Maybe drop your chin towards your chest. And if there's a word or a phrase that you would like to take with you, maybe it's peace, compassion, forgiveness, grounding, letting go, whatever that word or phrase is, notice what that is. And maybe you picture that word or phrase just sort of going into your brain, all the way down into your heart space, kind of just spreading all throughout your body, whatever it is that you need here. And let's take one more last round of breath together. Big inhale through your nose. Big exhale, side out. Awesome job. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope that this practice was whatever you needed it to be. And please remember, as you go about the rest of your day, the rest of your week, that you are valuable, you are worthy, and always, no matter what, you are enough wherever you show up in the world. Thank you so much for joining me. I'll see you next time.